Dave, what I find with our engineers and our support staff is they always search for the answer. Google it. If it doesn't work, they'll try the next one until it's fixed, and then they kind of move on. There's no kind of process of, is it in this half? Is it, okay, it's in this half. Is it in that quarter? All the way down. There's no process. And my question is, what do you think is going to happen to the profession in professionals and the art in artisans?
Oh, that's interesting. I think that what we find is that artisans are different from people who are professionals. Artisans have got passion. They've got a motivation to create something that has meaning to them. A lot of professionals, what we're finding is that, let's be honest, the majority of them are lazy. And that's a very different thing. So you've got passion in the artisans. Professionals, if you look at the stats for how engaged people are in the workforce. So every single year, Gallup brings out a survey that's to do with engagement in the workforce across the world. And in the UK, I believe it's 10% of the workforce are engaged. Okay, 10%. 14% are actively disengaged. That means that they're actually sabotaging the company. And 86% are just moderately disengaged. So at that point, 90% of people are disengaged to some level. These people are going to take AI and they're going to try and use it to do less work because they're disengaged. They don't care enough. And that is my big concern, is that if companies don't implement AI in the right way, they don't have policies in the right way, they don't give their staff the tools and the training to do this right, then we're going to end up with a lot of
just hacking things together.
Yeah, you're going to end up with a lot of people that are just, they're hacking stuff together, they're doing stuff half-arsed, they lose their own talent and abilities because if you don't use it, you lose it. If you're giving it out to AI to do rather than putting your heart and soul into it. And yeah, 10% of people who are engaged are going to try and use it to make them better, to help them achieve more. But if we don't give people the tools, the direction, the motivation to use AI to do better work, they will use it to do less work and to do worse work, and these companies will see themselves being damaged very quickly. And it's one of the areas that I'm really, really interested, which is one of the reasons I created the manifesto, the Sensible AI Manifesto, because I could see that that's starting to happen in some companies. The artisans, I'm not worried about them. I don't think the AI is going to steal much from them, because if you think about an AI generated image compared to an image that has been hand painted and 25 years of learning and craftsmanship has gone into that, and they have given it their attention for several hours to create this image. You compare that to something that's happened like that, the meaning is completely different. The images may not be that different in terms of the quality of them, but the meaning is different. And that is what happens to the output of artisans, is they create something that has meaning embedded in it. So
sculptors safer then?
I think sculptures are pretty safe. Yeah, I think that's one that and gravediggers. I think they're all good.
I take your point about mediocrity, and it's like best practice just leads to mediocrity or the average. Yes. They're all something better.
Yes.
So and I take your point that AI could elevate if you use it, but also if you have the skills to elevate.
Yes, and I think that as you're saying, sort of best practice, white papers, people looking at case studies, this is all ways of being mediocre, because all you're doing is benchmarking yourself against everyone else and trying to do the same stuff. None of these approaches lead to excellence. They don't lead to being different, differentiating yourself and looking for something that is adding extra value to the system. So I think that, so many companies are looking for examples of what other companies in their industry have done. They're looking to benchmark themselves, they're looking for white papers and on the best practices. Most companies are going to do that. I think this is a huge opportunity for the companies who are going to look at this technology as an opportunity to innovate, to do stuff that's never been done before, to give your customer an experience that's going to make them feel something. And you can use AI for that. And that's the stuff that really, really excites me, rather than just trying to be as mediocre as everyone else.
Yes. Let's not be mediocre, let's be excellent.
Exactly.
Thanks, Dave. Thank you.
Thank you.